So good evening, everybody, and good evening, sir. Everybody, it is a very big opportunity that today Mr. Bagir has joined us as Associate Director for Niagara College Toronto campus. So, it is a very big news, first of all, and it is a very good opportunity, as we have told in our earlier lives also, that we should join this live because we will going to know a lot about Niagara College Toronto campus today and for the first time. So thank you so much, sir, for joining us.
Thank you, Surbi. Hi, everyone. Our dear viewers, listeners, everyone who found the time and joined us today. Thank you very much for sparing your time. As Surbi mentioned, I'm a regional director for Niagara College, Toronto campus, and today we'll try to explain what is Niagara College is about, what is Canada as a country has to offer, and what is Toronto stands for to start with. And of course, we will certainly highlight what are the some exceptional notes and some exceptional parts of Niagara College Toronto campus, something that our international students can take into account and then decide whether they would like to apply, because it is indeed a very unique chance for our Indian young talented students, to international students, to join Niagara College Toronto campus. With your permission, I would like to start and share my screen.
Yes, sure. So I would request technical team to please allow us to share the screen.
I would like to ask to please let me know when you see my screen. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. I guess there is some technical issue, but yes, now we can see the screen.
You can see my screen?
Yes, yes, we can see now.
Okay. So as you can see on your very first presentation slide, um,
Yes,
Niagara College Niagara College has signed partnership with the Toronto School of Management. It's called private-public partnership, and this is one of the biggest news of the year in industry. On one side, you have one of the biggest international education institutions in entire Canada, called Niagara College Toronto. On the other end, you have a synergy and support of Toronto School of Management. After the signing of this partnership, our international students have indeed a unique chance to now not only join Niagara College in their campuses in Welland and Niagara on Lake, but right now they have a chance to join and study right in the center of Canada, in the heart of Toronto, in downtown part, where they will have plenty of opportunities to have to develop their professional skills, and after they graduate, to be able to find their place in the labor market of Canada. So we will discuss today a few interesting points. We'll discuss what is Niagara College Toronto programs, why is it very prestigious, and why is it a very good and very exceptional choice, in fact, to study with Niagara College in Toronto campus. We will speak about what is Canada has to offer, given that these days international students have a plethora of opportunities to apply, from United States to Canada, from Australia to the UK, from New Zealand to any European countries, and we will discuss why Canada, we believe, is the most preferable choice. We'll speak about what Toronto as the city has to offer. We will speak about what admission requirements are, what we have as a student service, how are we prepared as an institution to go extra mile and ensure that international students are joining. We will have a career support, and we'll speak about everything else shortly. So to start with, is, as I've just mentioned, there was a partnership signed between Toronto School of Management and Niagara College. Now, international students, they have a great chance to travel and to study in at the premise of Toronto School of Management and study Niagara College programs. Now, what is the campus looks like? For the majority of students, that would be one of the most interesting questions to ask. And where is it based? What does it have to offer? Our campus is based in right heart in the best possible location you can get. It's right in the heart of the downtown of Toronto. Why is it so important to outline that it's based in the most prime location? Because international students, before they travel, they would like to be on a safe side. Do they have all the opportunities offered by the country, by the city, and by the place where they will be studying? And from that perspective, of course, Niagara College Toronto campus has everything to offer and more. Now, it needless to stress out that Toronto is one of the most multinational, I mean multicultural rather, as well as multinational cities in the entire world, and it's one of the biggest cities in
Yeah.
North America. The population of Toronto is growing by day. We call it here GTA, Greater Toronto Area. It's everything related to Toronto and all the outskirt places. Those places are growing very fast. And of course, it's important to know that every single international student, once they graduate, and we believe everyone will be graduating with a great deal of success, they will have a chance to apply for PGWP, also known as a postgraduate work permit. So what are the programs and what we have in place? Our next slides, why Toronto? It is important right now for us to understand for most of you, I mean, for majority of Indian students, particularly in the northern part of India, Canada has become into a very popular destination for international students. We have a large amount of Indian students who are traveling every intake and enjoying Niagara College. However, it is also important for those who are just going through the information in their mind, thinking, okay, shall I go for Canada to start with, or if I go for Canada, is Toronto is actually would be my preferable choice, and what are the factors that should influence my decision? And of course, as you can see on this slide, there are some facts for you. Toronto is a financial and business capital. It's important to understand that Toronto is the biggest city in Canada. Toronto is placed in the province Ontario, and
Yeah.
it has the biggest financial hub in Canada, where the concentration and the majority of international companies are actually located in Toronto. And it's also important to understand that the biggest employment market that Canada has to offer are actually based in Toronto. So from all the perspective for any students who have that thoughts in mind, thinking, okay, if I travel, it's a perhaps lifetime investment that me and my family had to save for me to have a better life opportunities. And if I invest in Niagara College Toronto, and in Toronto, will I have a good opportunities to apply and then to be able to find high profile jobs? So one of those are the things that we're going to be discussing today. But again, some facts for you: consistently ranked one of the world's most livable cities for sure. And it has it's a very diverse. It has tons of different nationalities. I live in Toronto myself. And according to the World University rankings, Toronto is 11. It occupies 11th place out of 100 the best cities in the world. So it's quite prestigious place to come and have a exceptional education. Extremely multicultural for sure, very diverse environment, and way over 200 nationalities and 160 different languages. So once you are stepping in Toronto, you can see that you're surrounded by people and nationalities. Sometimes you never heard that they exist. Um, so why Niagara College Toronto? as I have just mentioned earlier today, it's because uh, it's a place in the campus is placed in the right heart of downtown. Why is it important? Why do we say that is? We keep stressing out because for any international student, it's important to utilize those chances given and those opportunities that are given, such as, for example, part-time job opportunities. And of course, Toronto is arguably the biggest city and which offers the greatest opportunity when it comes to a part-time job, and then when you graduate, a full-time job opportunities too. So another interesting part that I would like to stress out is this: before we even go to the further development and me explaining some interesting facts about Toronto campus of Niagara College, what is important here to understand that the whole process is designed for our international students to succeed and to be able to get to get the right skills and get the right knowledge for them then to increase the chances to get the job once they graduate. So as soon as the students are joining our classes, whether it's in classes or online, it is important to note that the whole process of the programs is designed for the students to get all necessary information that are required and skills that are required by the employment market these days. And this is the reason why Niagara College has a very high rate, over 90% of rate of students employment after they graduate. It is one of the most important factors to consider for any international students before they travel. So it is a very perfect combination of studying Niagara College programs right in the best place that they can get, both from a studying opportunities perspective and working after. So, we are of course, providing our support to the work with world-class student service and career support. We're going to speak about that moving forward too. So, why Niagara College Toronto? As you can see, 91% employees were very satisfied with Niagara College and graduates that they hired. It's number one Canadian research college too. It is very, very important to know that Niagara College is one of the leaders when it comes to the research academic institutions. You also have some pathway opportunities. So why Niagara College in Toronto? Again, there's another additional fact to you. Leader in student satisfaction. It is another a very proud fact. A leader among 24 other colleges in Ontario. As you know, and you might be aware that in Ontario there are a large number of international colleges. However, Niagara stands for the leading position amongst them all, and ranked number one college in student satisfaction for 8 consecutive years. This is something that speaks volumes. Why Canada? A little bit. I know that you guys are, very savvy, and then you are very informed about what Canada generally is and what kind of country. But I think it's always worth to highlight certain facts. Like number one, the first one, that Canada as a country is consistently getting one of the highest and then top ranks and top places in the world, the standing for the for the country, for standing the country that's standing for the quality of life, recognize an outstanding quality of education. What is another interesting factor here? Why is Canada turning into an absolute international students magnet? Is because we here in Canada, we have this, I guess, one of the most unique and perfect combination of the highest possible quality of education you can get for the very affordable fees. And this is something what makes Canada stand out. Welcoming country with a unique Canadian culture, of course, and one of the safest. I think it's another very important factor that Canada is one of the safest country on the planet. And I'm sure that every international student, regardless what age they are, that would be one of the decisive factors before they make their choice, make their mind up, and thinking, and I'd like to travel to Canada, amongst other factors, also because it's the safest place, one of the safest places in the world. Canadian college and university graduates with strong earning potential, of course. Once you graduate, your earning capacity as an employer will rise substantially, exponentially. Canada is indeed a land of opportunities. Many international students choose to immigrate to Canada over different destinations. True. So a little bit about post-graduation work permit, something that you guys are aware of. We will discuss today about what programs we have, but the way it works, if you have a starting programs of 1 year, you should be eligible to apply for 1 year program. If you have a program over 1 year, you should be in a position to apply and potentially being granted for a postgraduate work permit status up to 3 years. And that is something that we'll discuss. Generally, sometimes we advise for our students, in order for them to have a better opportunities for postgraduate work permit, even if they apply for 1 year, say for example postgraduate certificate, we encourage them to reapply and then to another program that gives them an opportunity for to have an extensive postgraduate work permit opportunities too. Niagara College Toronto program. That's another very interesting part. My dear international viewers, what is an interesting part on this slide is this. At this point of time, we have in 2021 two intakes. The very first upcoming is May intake, and I will encourage you to apply. And if you have a chance to be part of this May intake, by all means, please apply and utilize the strength and the competence and the experience of Landmark Immigration, who are our key partners and have been so for many years. There are four programs at this point of time. One of the program is undergraduate business general 2 years diploma. It is basically for the students, and we will speak about admission criteria shortly. It is for the students who graduated 10+2, who graduated their secondary education. For a mature, what we call a mature student, the student who graduated bachelor's or any of postgraduate certificates, we have three programs to offer them. We have three programs to offer. Some of them, three of them. One of them is international business and management, human resource management, hospitality and tourism management. It's not just a random catch. All those programs were specifically designed for Ontario employment market, because one
Right.
has to bear in mind the fact that human resource management or general human resource specialists are in the very high need in Canada, simply given the fact that there's always a shortage of a very top class and good professionals in human resource area. You have so many different international and the local companies who are in need of those, because everyone would like to develop, would like to have a share on their market. And of course, human resource management are one of the most critical, if you like, parts of development of any or operation of any organization. Hospitality and tourism management, another exceptional, of course, as we just discussed. Toronto is one of the most vibrant cities in the world, and hospitality and tourism management is the program that gives this incredible opportunity for international students to find their niche, a very high profile job, and in the tourism and hospitality management sector.
Yeah.
Now, briefly, without taking too much of your time, we value your
Right.
time. And if you have any questions at the end, you can obviously put your questions for questions and answers session, Q&A session. Undergraduate diploma, business in general. So if you would like to build your career in any industry related in business, this is certainly a program for the young girls and for the young boys who just graduated secondary education. You can see that the intakes, what intakes we're planning to have in this year, because January is already over. We're looking at enrolling students for May intake, and right after for September intake. You can see the tuition fees. It's a 2-year program, so ladies and gentlemen, it's very important to note. In the campus in downtown of Toronto. Now, undergraduate diploma business general, you can see what the syllabuses the students will be studying. So there's a large area of coverage from strategical part of studies to human resource management, from operations to organizational behavior, from project management, financial accounting. These 2-year programs will give you everything for you to feel so confident and making sure that you get the best possible position applying for the job. A graduate certificate, international business management. So this is career opportunities for you. It's 1-year program. You can potentially apply for customs brokers, distribution, logistics administrators, but generally it's a very large area of specializations of any graduates who will be graduating this program. It's a 1-year program. You can see the tuition fees for 2021 over here too. It's a 2 terms. Generally the program, which the duration of is 1 year.
Yeah.
So what is going to be covered, or international student will have an opportunity to study from business principles to concept of international trade, global logistics management, international marketing. So it is for the students who already have an understanding when they, for example, study their business aspects back in their home, whether it's any postgraduate certification programs or even bachelor's in India, for example, that can be BCom or BBA or any other international education aspects that they have covered. And they would like to polish and take their skills and knowledge to a next level on to international perspective. Of course, this graduate certificate programs is certainly giving that opportunity. Graduate certificate human resource management. This is again an interesting one. For any human resource management, the prospects are absolutely endless. There's a plethora of opportunities for the
Yeah.
graduate of this program because, as I have mentioned, there is a very big niche and the demand for human resource specialists in Canada, generally, and in Toronto per se. Graduate certificate, human resource, everything related to human resource aspects, human resource management aspects, from financial, factors to principle of human resource, organizational design, some of the parts which will highlight the employment law specifics, and everything to do with that. Hospitality and tourism management, another interesting program. Again, needless to say that Toronto is one of the most visited cities in the world, and there is no shortage of demand for a specialist in industry related to hospitality and tourism management. Again, it's a 1-year program as well as 2 previous graduate certificate courses. It is in Toronto. And as I mentioned, the May intake and September intake are 2 intakes that are that we're offering for the students in 2021.
Right.
The syllabuses over here, everything relates to make sure that our graduates are enriched with the most up-to-date information, technologies, and the best practices and skills for them to enable to apply for the highest possible profile of the jobs. So a little bit about what admission requirements for undergraduate. It's a very standard. It's a very simple. Again, for any, my job here is for you to see what is this Niagara College Toronto campus has to offer, and why we believe it's indeed very unique and stand out from any other different studying opportunities, for example, in Toronto. It's a new program. It's a program in the new campus. It's
Yes.
generally a newly implemented concept, and we want our international students to benefit from that. So the when it comes to admission requirements, secondary education transcript. This is a standard, as well as a proof of English proficiency. For graduate programs, it's post-secondary education transcripts. That could be bachelor's academic programs as well, and proof of English proficiency. What exactly requirements for proof of English proficiency? We'll speak in a second. So this is generally the requirements that varies from internet from IELTS basically to Duolingo to to some other programs. But generally, for you to make it easier, the requirements is 6.5 in IELTS overall, with no individual band below 5.5, and then we're looking at having a good profile submitting their IELTS with overall 6.5, with minimum 6.0 in each band, where again one band with 5.5 is allowed. Student service support. This is another very interesting point. As soon as you, as an international student, walk into the premises, you are looked after by a very caring and very professional, dedicated team who will make sure that every single student is well looked after, that they have a right guidance, right support, right help in variety of services that varies from academic advising and guidance, the career advising and co-op services. This is very important for you, for our viewers to understand that beside the fact, apart from the fact that I am as an international student studying in these premises and covering academic part, what else this institution is prepared to offer me to ensure that I, as a graduate, get the best possible chances and opportunities on the employment market. And Niagara College Toronto is exactly the right place for those who are concerned about, I'm going to graduate. I'm going to graduate as high as possible, the best possible way. What are the opportunities once I graduate after? Because I would like to invest and grant myself a life changing opportunities. What is that Niagara College Toronto has to offer to me as an international student once I finish with my study? And this is a very good question to ask because we have a career advising and co-op services, and where students will have a chance. Some of them, for some programs, will have a chance for internships. Some of them for co-op studies, where they will have a chance to polish their skills, the theoretical, and put them into the practical. Health and wellness accessibilities for sure. Social activities, housing, airport pickup, orientation, and this is the part of student service support team. Career service support, and I arguably this is the most important department, one of the most important department for sure for our international students, particularly the ones who are on the verge of graduating, because they will be in very frequent contact with our career service, where career service will be providing all up-to-date information, what is happening on the employment market, what is the situation, what are the services we can provide and support, and ensure that the opportunities of our students, basically the options of our students once they graduate, are as high as possibly can be. So support through the job applications, of course, networking events, inviting guest speakers, career fairs, everything to ensure that our international students feel very secured and confident that all the time that spent with Niagara College Toronto was, well worthwhile to spend. Working and earning in Toronto, some of the facts for some of you who might not be aware: work part-time during academic year and full-time during academic breaks. You know that minimum wage of Ontario is almost $15 per hour. You can certainly work while you study, and you can earn as high as 20,000 a year. It's a very great opportunities for you too. Some of the very good encouraging factors here. Career services offer on-campus support to help you find a job. I guess this is one of the most important things that would catch an attention of our viewers today.
Yeah.
Working and earning. This is another interesting thing where I would like to to cover briefly. Um, it is well known fact that students in Canada can study as well as they can work at the same time. But what important here to understand that the whole focus should be in studying process, because you are arriving to Canada to first and foremost cover your studies and get the necessary knowledge and skills for you then potential to apply. So you have all the chances to do this, as this slide certainly demonstrates. Some of the partners. This is another encouraging slide for our international students. There is a large number of partners that we have, as a collaborators, as a partners with TSAM. As you can see, those are the generally the our students who have an opportunity to be working whilst they study at the interns and co-ops, and after they graduate too. It's a very large spectrum. Living in
Right.
Toronto, housing. This is the information you can certainly, you guys can certainly find, and landmark immigration certainly can help you with that. But generally, housing
Right.
in Toronto is getting more affordable these days, particularly when it comes to renting. And of course, dedicating housing portal will certainly find you the most convenient, housing, or the most convenient accommodation for our international students based on their budget. So you can see the estimate cost of living in Toronto for housing, and that information can easily be found on any website related to accommodation and living expenses in Toronto. Am I still audible?
Yes, yes, it's
Okay,
audible.
wonderful,
We can also see the screen.
wonderful. So we're coming gradually to a final end. Application process. When it comes to application process, it's really easier to approach landmark immigration, and they will provide an absolutely inch perfect guidance, as they're one of the long term partners with Niagara College. But it's really very easy. You apply online, but of course you would need a help of agents in the instance if you are utilizing the service of landmark immigration. But rest assured that the application process is very straightforward, very simple to follow, and it's everything online.
Yes.
Payment options as well. The payment options, for the sake of understanding of our viewers, um, it's very important to understand that the students who apply via landmark immigration are looking to be having an application fee waiver, from what I understand. And students directly pay to Niagara College through the payment page. Niagara College is partnered one of the biggest financial institutions, banks, called CIBC. This is the tuition fee process that students will be looking to process it. Now, I think I have pretty much finished.
Yes.
And if you guys have any questions that I'm sure that you'd like to have an answer for, it is my pleasure to answer them. Survey, over
Yeah.
to you. Back over to you.
So right. So actually, it was really a very informative presentation because it was from by Canada to the Niagara College Toronto campus. Everything was written. And so I have a question. Like as you have told that the application fee waiver is going on, and we have May and September intake both are available. So
Yeah.
all the programs are available for May and September intake, right?
All programs from 2 year of a diplomas for undergraduate applicants to the postgraduate certificates, the ones that I've mentioned, business in general, and human resource management, as well as hospitality and tourism management. All of them are available in every single intake from May to September and beyond.
Yeah, that is really great because there are students who are looking to apply for May intake and they can apply as soon as possible through Landmark Immigration to get the application fee waiver. And it would be also for the limited period, so you have to apply as soon as you can.
Yes,
And
surely. I would like to support you here. I would like to encourage our international students not to waste their time and apply via Landmark Immigration to get the best guidance and be part of this unique chance to change your life and then get, grant yourself an opportunity to have the best possible education and give us a chance to help you to get the best possible jobs in the industry and to make that happen. I would really encourage you guys, to if all the documents are ready, if your IELTS, if your transcripts are ready, and you are thinking about shall I not apply? Where should I apply for? Niagara College Toronto campus is certainly, granting and giving you those opportunities for all the reasons that we explained earlier today. All of you, very welcome to our new programs. Thank you.
yeah, that is great. And so, as we have few questions from students as well. One of the student is saying, what is the last date to apply for May intake in Niagara College? So, I guess as soon as they can apply.
It's a very good question. It's more about, I mean, we have our deadlines and students need to be, fully enrolled by 10th of May. And there's an admission process which is relatively quick. Then there's a payment process which is also relatively quick, and then there's a study permit application process. All things together combined, it will take you a good few weeks. Hence, we would really encourage the sooner you start, the better, because if
Yes,
the question is, can we still apply for May intake given the fact that it's the beginning of
right.
March? Categorically, yes, because you still have a time between now and end of enrollment deadlines to be part of Niagara College Toronto programs.
Yeah, true. So it's like, can we apply for main take is the question, not the last date. So then we have a question from Mr. Deep. He's asking, good evening. I have applied to Niagara College from Landmark only with 6.5, one module 5.5. When will I get my offer letter? So when can he expect his offer letter?
We would need to see what
Yes.
what
So what?
because there is, we have to be on the safe side here. If students applied for Niagara, for Welland or Niagara on Lake programs, this is a different thing. If you send me additional information, when can I have my offer? Each student's applied, and we started receiving applications for the last 2 weeks only because we launched this program just 2 weeks ago.
Right.
And then I will be in position to answer it. If you can send me if this is a student who applied for Niagara College Toronto, then I will be in position to reply. Yes.
So what if in I general if I'll ask what is the turnaround time would be?
A
So
very
if
good
we
question.
apply for me,
So very good question. If the application say submitted say Monday, okay, uh,
okay,
like yesterday, if this application was submitted yesterday, you're looking at receiving your results, but either by the end of the week or beginning of the next week, and where you would need to process with the tuition fees payment, because it's important to know that every issued enrollment letter is valid for 2 weeks for them to process with a international tuition fee payment. Once it's done, then you are in a position to apply for your study permit. So within 2 weeks, everything should be put in place.
okay, so within 2 weeks. That's quite quick. And then I have a question regarding the academic requirements. So a little bit more I want to know. Like for if a student is applying for the undergraduate diploma, so he or she needs to have 50 each in the majors, or anything less than that would also work. Just the overall score is required.
If I'm allowed, I would encourage our students um, to visit our website.
Yes.
It's Niagara
Right.
College Toronto CA. Okay, in
Yeah,
that you
sure.
will see the um,
Exactly.
admission requirements per each country for you to be on the safe side and understand what is the requirement actually about. But generally, We have very flexible admission requirements for in terms of or from academic perspectives. If you have a student applying for, say, for example, for from 10 plus 2, medical, non-medical, with a 50-55% of overall performance, you should be able to apply and then be admitted for the program of
Right.
a diploma course of 2 years. But again, I would like you to make your thorough research, because every individual case, from because
It's
in India we have different states with the different boards, and then you have one general one. So I would encourage you to visit our website, where you will see the breakdown per each country, and you will see the admission requirements there too.
right. So then I have one question from Mr. Baljinder, and he's asking, would maths be also required for the business program? So if it is required, they have to give any kind of test or something.
Sorry, the question is, if I decide to apply for the program, sorry,
So,
what is it? Uh-huh.
so what the question basically is, would maths be also required for business programs?
No,
No, I guess no, it's not.
there is no such a thing as imminent math requirements for you to be eligible. So in other words, if you're good at maths and you hitting a certain score, then you are good. If not, you're good. No, there is no such a requirement. No.
Okay, so then I have very good question. It's more of like Anurag is saying he is 12th commerce pass out, like business accountancy and economics pass out, 89% 2020 recent pass out with 7 banks, not less than 6.5. So he's asking us to suggest some option. So business diploma would be the best option, I guess.
I mean, any.
The
Look,
best.
it is. This is where the freedom and the liberty and the preference comes to the place. If you believe that you like to make your career and build it around the hospitality and tourism management, then it's one thing. If you would like to go bit of a broad area, wide area, where you would like to make perhaps career in banking, from financial sector to logistics, supply management, from project management to operational management. Of course, graduate certificate in business general would be a good option too. But or perhaps someone is thinking, I would like to go for a certain specific niche, and be a good professional in, for example, human resource. It's about what you believe would suit you based on your strength,
No,
and
basically.
of course we will help.
I'm really sorry, I'm interrupting. So basically, it's the undergraduate student only. It's only
Okay, it's
12,
it's undergraduate student that,
only
of
12
course.
commerce pass
Okay.
out, 89%.
Yes, it would be very good fit for undergraduate diploma 2 year programs. Yes,
Yeah, right. So we have very good programs available that I have seen. Like we have very good majors in HRM, International Business Management, hospitality is there for the graduate students. So we have very good programs available, and that too the market oriented where you can get very good jobs also.
absolutely, absolutely.
So I guess
Um,
most of the questions.
yes.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No, I guess I have taken down most of the questions, and the presentation was so, it was a very brief presentation. So it got all my questions got cleared throughout the session.
The essence and the purpose of this presentation was indeed not to make it very stretchy, but to give you
Yes,
our consummate overview of something that we have just launched. We have signed a partnership between Toronto School of Management and the
right.
Niagara College, where international students have now a chance that they didn't have in the past, to study in that exceptional Niagara College programs in the right downtown of Toronto. Again, why is this important? Because Toronto will give you, as a city, as a destination, will give you a chance for you to explore yourself, the opportunities, and basically Toronto will give you that chance that no other city. Okay, and this is what we believe is the most decisive factor, and a unique chance for our international students to come and study with us. Thank you,
Yeah,
Surbi. Thanks for your time
yeah,
today.
it's a very, very good opportunity. Thank you so much for you to join us. It was actually very brief and it was actually a very good presentation, and all the doubts are clear, and I hope my students they are waiting to apply as soon as they can. And to apply, you can please send me your documents and the same number that's mentioned on the screen, that is 9041390412, and do not miss the application fee waiver that is going on. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us.
It was a pleasure. Thanks for having me. And whatever the decision you make, guys, I wish you very, very best day ahead. Thank you very much. Bye for now.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Thank you. सो स्टूडेंट्स, इट वाज एक्चुअली ये बहुत बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी थी, एंड मैं अभी कुछ और समय आपके साथ हूँ। आपने आज प्रेजेंटेशन देखी। जो स्टूडेंट्स अभी मेरे साथ नए ज्वाइन हुए हैं उनके लिए मैं यही कहना चाहूंगी, आप प्रेजेंटेशन फिर से देख सकते हैं लाइव बैक करके, या दोबारा से ये सेशन आप व्यू भी कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि वो बहुत ब्रीफ प्रेजेंटेशन थी। It is very early in the Canada, and still Mr. Bagir has joined us so early. So it was a very big opportunity for us. And as Anurag, you have very good profile. So I would say, Anurag, please send me your document कि मैं आपका अप्लाई करवा सकूं। और मैं एक बार फिर से आपको ये चीज जरूर एक्सप्लेन करना चाहूंगी, नायग्रा कॉलेज Toronto campus has now been, like, they have got their association with Toronto School of Management. टोरंटो में अब आप पढ़ेंगे। अब नायग्रा कॉलेज के 4 कोर्सेज अब आप टोरंटो कैंपस में पढ़ सकते हैं। पहला है बिजनेस का डिप्लोमा, जो कि अंडर ग्रेजुएट स्टूडेंट्स के लिए है। उसके बाद हमारे पास 3 पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट कोर्सेज अवेलेबल हैं, जो कि जिन बच्चों ने ऑलरेडी इंडिया में बैचलर्स की हुई है वो उन बच्चों के लिए अवेलेबल है। उनकी बहुत बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी है। अगर आप अप्लाई करना चाहते हैं तो जल्दी से जल्दी अप्लाई कीजिए, बिकॉज एप्लीकेशन फी वेवर बहुत ज्यादा समय के लिए नहीं है। और अगर आप ये अपॉर्चुनिटी मिस नहीं करना चाहते, आप टोरंटो जैसी जगह, आप वो भी नायग्रा कॉलेज, जो कि एक पब्लिक फंडेड इंस्टीट्यूशन है, उसमें अप्लाई करने की अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं मिस करना चाहते, तो आज ही अभी कॉल कीजिए, मैसेज कीजिए, व्हाट्सएप कीजिए 90 413 90 412 पर। एक और चीज, आपकी कॉल्स मुझे आई, कुछ मैं बीच में पिक नहीं कर पाई, बिकॉज सी आपके साथ साथ मेरे लिए भी तो एक इंफॉर्मेटिव सेशन होता है। एंड सबसे ऊपर की चीज अब जो मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगी, कल हमारे साथ वेनियर कॉलेज से मिस रोवीना, आई एम रियली सॉरी, मिस रोवीना वुड बी देयर। कल का सेशन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होगा, सो प्लीज ये चीज एक आप कल बिल्कुल भी मिस नहीं करें। वेनियर कॉलेज क्यूबेक के questions जो हैं, so it would be really important. Now please tell me if Canada government has started spouse. Rama, it has already started. Now please tell me, I have already told yes is the answer. So Karan Singh, आप बोल रहे थे कि refusal, I would suggest you to please once also repeat your IELTS. अब लैंडमार्क इमिग्रेशन के थ्रू अपना ऑनलाइन और ऑफलाइन दोनों IELTS रिपीट कर सकते हैं। Then is there any placement test, Baljinder? I told you no, it is not there. So मैंने बहुत कोशिश की मैं ज्यादा क्वेश्चन भी आपके आंसर कर सकूं। नितेश शर्मा, मैं रिजल्ट नहीं बता सकती, बिकॉज रिजल्ट आज कल मैं नहीं बता सकती हूँ कब आएगा। रिजल्ट वुड कम सून, कब आएंगे, किसके कब आ रहे हैं, कोई कुछ नहीं बोल सकता। सो बहुत समय लग गया आने में, बट रिजल्ट आने शुरू हो गए हैं। Now please, +2 2010 कॉमर्स 82% कितनी है, बीकॉम 74%, CA IPCC both groups are clear, and working in a CA firm, I'm really sorry, in a CA firm, PTs बिल्कुल संदीप। I have some students that जिनके वीजाज आए हैं, ऑलरेडी दे वर CA, तो आपके लिए कुछ फाइनेंशियल एंड वेल्थ मैनेजमेंट से रिलेटेड संदीप अच्छे कोर्सेज कनाडा में अवेलेबल होते हैं। तो आप प्लीज या तो कांटेक्ट करके ऑफिस आ जाइए, या मुझे प्लीज अपना जो डॉक्यूमेंट्स है वो सेंड कर दीजिए। यस, नायग्रा कॉलेज से दीप सिंह आपको ऑफर जल्दी ही आ जाएगा। आप मुझे प्लीज व्हाट्सएप कर दो अपना फाइल नंबर, हम कॉलेज को पक्का फॉलो अप करेंगे और आपका जल्दी से जल्दी ऑफर अचीव करने की कोशिश करेंगे। सो आई होप बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस में आपके आंसर कर सकूं। मैं आज आपके साथ पूरा जितना समय मैं जुड़ सकी, मैं पूरा 1 आवर जुड़ने की कोशिश करूंगी, क्योंकि मैं नहीं चाहती। मैं आजकल एक और चीज आपको बताऊंगी कि कल तो हमारे साथ वेनियर कॉलेज है, उसके बाद हमारे साथ मिस्टर विष्णु होंगे फ्रॉम यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ नॉर्दर्न ब्रिटिश कोलंबिया, वो भी एक आपके लिए बहुत अच्छा ऑप्शन होगा। प्लीज सजेस्ट मी एनी कॉलेज फॉर बिजनेस मैनेजमेंट ह्यूमन रिसोर्स डिप्लोमा। रमा, HRM is available in Niagara College Toronto campus only. You tell me your profile, HRM is all available for you. ब्रॉक यूनिवर्सिटी की फीस मैं एग्जैक्ट आपको देखकर बता देती हूँ। I know it is around 20-21,000 Canadian dollars, but मैं आपको 2 minutes दीजिए, I'll share the exact fee of Brock University. It's around 22,000 Canadian dollars for 22-23 for the UG students, and it could go up to 32,000 Canadian dollars for the PG students. It's in St. Catharines, Brock University, the public funded university in Ontario. It is very good university, and landmark immigration would surely help you to apply in the Brock University. And Niagara College के Toronto campus पर फिर से आ जाते हैं। So Rama, it is okay if you are also looking for 2 years diploma. So आपको मुझे please पहले अपने डॉक्यूमेंट सेंड करने पड़ेंगे। सेंटिनियल कॉलेज प्रोग्रेस कैंपस ने इंटरव्यू कर लो। Baljinder will get, I'll come live soon with Centennial also. So we'll be coming live with all the colleges. जितना मैं कर पाई, मैं आपके साथ 6 बजे मैं आपके साथ ऑलवेज ऑनलाइन होती हैं। नॉर्थ वेस्ट कॉलेज का अकादिया यूनिवर्सिटी के साथ हमारे इन अपकमिंग डेज में अभी लाइव सभी कॉलेजेस यूनिवर्सिटीज के साथ चलते रहेंगे। नॉर्थ वेस्ट कॉलेज का आई गेस इट्स ऑन 17th of March. Let me just check, it's Wednesday, so please do not miss it. सेंटिनियल कॉलेज प्रोग्रेस कैंप में सेंटिनियल नायगरा कॉलेज में अप्लाई करा हुआ है नवजीत सिंह, दैट इज ग्रेट। अगर आपने अप्लाई किया हुआ है, अगर कोई भी बच्चा नायगरा कॉलेज के टोरंटो कैंपस अप्लाई करना चाहता है तो वो फी वेवर के साथ जल्दी से जल्दी अप्लाई कीजिए। मैम प्लीज AIP के बाद रिफ्यूजल आया, लेवल 1 कंप्लीट हो गया है, रिकंसिडरेशन में फॉर्म सो हो जाएगा कि रीअप्लाई करना पड़ेगा, तो रीअप्लाई कर सकते हो। Sanal Debrito, please send me your refusal form and everything so I can check, because we need to, in the case of refusal, we need to check a lot of things. एक चीज ये जरूर रहेगी, तो आप मुझे कॉल जरूर कर सकते हैं। मैं कल एक और चीज बता दूं, कल अब जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स अगर हमें भटिंडा से आज देख रहे हैं, कल जो मीट्स भटिंडा होंगे, बिकॉज कल हमारे भटिंडा ऑफिस की का फर्स्ट स्टेप स्टार्ट हो रहा है। तो ये लैंडमार्क इमिग्रेशन के लिए और स्टूडेंट्स के लिए भी बहुत एक बड़ी खुशखबरी मैं कहूँ एक बहुत ही अच्छी न्यूज है कि आप अब लैंडमार्क इमिग्रेशन को भटिंडा में भी मिल पाएंगे। जलंधर, लुधियाना, मोगा, अमृतसर, आप कहें कि हम और भी शहरों में आपको मिल पाए जल्दी से जल्दी। we'll be opening in many more cities, but भटिंडा अभी कल के लिए भटिंडा है, तो 10 मार्च है कल हम ओपन हो रहे हैं भटिंडा ऑफिस में। कल जसमीत सर आपको भटिंडा ऑफिस में जरूर मिलेंगे अगर आपने अपॉइंटमेंट फिक्स की है। नहीं किए तो कुछ सुबह ही कॉल कर देना, 9:30 बजे हम ओपन हो जाते हैं, ऑपरेशनल हो जाते हैं। इससे बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी कहीं नहीं मिलेगी। कल फिर से मैं भी जुड़ूंगी 6 बजे। वेनियर कॉलेज हमारा है क्यूबेक में, उनके लाइव सेशन के साथ, जहां हमारे साथ मिस रोवीना होंगी। सो स्टूडेंट्स, ऑल द बिग अपॉर्चुनिटीज आर गोइंग ऑन। हम आपके साथ लाइव आ रहे हैं डे टू डे बेसिस पर कॉलेजेस एंड यूनिवर्सिटीज के साथ। लैंडमार्क इमिग्रेशन में पूरा दिन हम आजकल बिजी होते हैं, बहुत ज्यादा बिजी होते हैं। बच्चों को उनके पासपोर्ट्स, उनके स्टैम्प पासपोर्ट्स हैंड ओवर करने में, उनको कॉन्ग्रेचुलेट करने में, उनकी PPR आ रही हैं। सो बहुत ही पॉजिटिव माहौल चल रहा है कि बच्चों को उनकी PPR रिक्वेस्ट बहुत अच्छे रेट पर मिल रही है। सो यस, अगर आप भी अप्लाई करना चाहते हैं तो बिल्कुल मिस मत कीजिए। अपॉर्चुनिटीज आप कहाँ मिस कर देते हैं, जब आपको एप्लीकेशन फी वेवर्स चल रहे होते हैं, वो भी छोड़ो, अब $100 भी पे कर लोगे, जब सीट्स होती हैं अब वो सीट्स मिस आउट कर देते हैं। सो हाय, नाउ आई एम परस्यूइंग BA and it will be completed in September 2021 and I have applied from Landmark in 12th. Today I had not shown my BA as it's not completed. be a problem in future? Deep Singh, I need to check. I guess there would be no, because that time it was not complete. I have to check it with sir. I will only tell you then. If you have applied through us only, then we will do only the right step. तो जो फाइलिंग टीम आपको सजेस्ट करेंगे, हम जनरली वो चीजें सजेस्ट नहीं करते हैं कि अगर आपने ऑलरेडी कोई चीज शो नहीं की है तो वी कैन नॉट शो इट, सो दिस वुड बी द प्रॉब्लम. Yes, because it's still not completed. Deepsik, I have to check it with the sir and with my senior filing team. But I would say कि no would be there. It would not be shown. But I don't know if it could be through any procedure. एंड सो स्टूडेंट्स, मैं यही कहना चाहूंगी कि आज का जो सेशन था वो बहुत इंफॉर्मेटिव था. मिस्टर बागीर हमारे रीजनल डायरेक्टर हैं फॉर टोरंटो कैंपस. वो इतनी सुबह अगर हमारे साथ आज जुड़े हैं तो वो इसीलिए क्योंकि एक बहुत बड़ी अपडेट थी जो आपको देखने को मिली, जो आपको सुनने को मिली. और मैं भी आपके साथ इस वक्त इसीलिए जुड़ती हूँ क्योंकि मेरे लिए एक बहुत जरूरी वक्त होता है आपको समझाना, आपके साथ बात करना उस चीज के बारे में जो मेजरली इम्पोर्टेंट है. सो आई वुड से कि अगर कोई भी स्टूडेंट रैशनल होकर सोचे तो उसके पास काफी अच्छे ऑप्शंस अवेलेबल होते हैं. मैं अगर आज बात करूं, किसी का रिफ्यूजल भी आया मुझे, हमें दिल्ली से स्टूडेंट्स आकर मिलते हैं, हमें डिफरेंट लोकेशन से स्टूडेंट्स आकर मिलते हैं कि मैम हम आपको देखते हैं, सर को देखते हैं, तो हमें एक मोटिवेशन मिलती है. एंड इवन आज जो दोपहर वाला लाइव था उसमें भी कुछ स्टूडेंट्स वर सेइंग कि हमें PPR रिक्वेस्ट आई, हम आपको देखते थे, हम मोटिवेटेड थे. तो मैं वही आपके मन में भी डालना चाहती हूँ, बी मोटिवेटेड टुवर्ड्स दी एप्लीकेशंस की अगर आप अपनी प्रोसेस स्टार्ट करना चाहते हैं, और टुवर्ड्स की अगर आपके वीजास आने वाले हैं तो वेट कर लीजिए, वो आ जाएंगे. इन एनी केस देयर वुड बी एनी नेगेटिव डिसीजन दैट हैज बीन मेड ऑन योर प्रोफाइल, आप हमारे पास तब भी आ सकते हैं, हम आपको पूरा गाइड करेंगे. To show my failed plus 2 result sheet even though I have reappeared it and got 82%. Baljinder, I don't think it is needed. I don't think it is needed. If you have completed it again, you have got 82% in commerce, why not failed earlier? But it is okay, you have improved yourself. तो इस चीज में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. सो मोस्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस आज मैंने कोशिश की कि मैं आंसर कर सकूं. मिस्टर बागीर have explained about Toronto campus very beautifully. 6.5 एक में 5.5 for the PG courses are also acceptable and for the UG is also acceptable with 6 overall, one module 5.5 हम accept कर लेंगे. With the academic also it is also not very strict. So offer letters in just 2 weeks. May is available, September is available, application fee waiver is available, tuition fees is also very affordable. So जल्दी से जल्दी अप्लाई कीजिए. अप्लाई करने के लिए आपको पता है आपको क्या करना है, हम करेंगे सारा प्रोसीजर. बट आपको लैंडमार्क इमिग्रेशन को 90413 90412 पर कांटेक्ट करना है और जस्ट पूछना है कि क्या आपका प्रोसीजर रहेगा. सो थैंक यू सो मच स्टूडेंट्स जुड़े रहने के लिए. मैं यही कहूंगी कि हमारी जो ब्रांचेस हैं वो लैंडमार्क की ब्रांचेस हैं, लुधियाना, जलंधर, मोगा, अमृतसर, वडोदरा, गुजरात रीजन के लिए. आप दिल्ली से हैं, आप चंडीगढ़ या मोहाली भी विजिट कर सकते हैं. वील बी ऑपरेशनल सून दिल्ली एज वेल एंड इन बठिंडा आल्सो वी हैव गॉट ऑपरेशनल, जो कि कल से आप बठिंडा ऑफिस विजिट कर पाएंगे. और कल तो बहुत ही बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी है. इफ यू वांट टू मीट, just meet sir, you can just meet sir in our Bhatinda office. Give me a second, I'm getting a very important call. So I'm really sorry. It was a call from a very, it was from the student. So it was very important. And please say PTA acceptable from Niagara College, Canada. Yes, Ajay. Yes. So I would say कि मैं मोस्टली आपको एक्सप्लेन कर चुकी हूँ. कल आप मिलना चाहते हैं तो हमें कल मिल सकते हैं. फिर मैं वेनियर कॉलेज के साथ कल लाइव आऊंगी पूरे 6 बजे. तो मिस ना कीजिए ये अपॉर्चुनिटी और जल्दी से जल्दी अप्लाई कीजिए लैंडमार्क इमिग्रेशन के थ्रू। अगर आप करना चाहते हैं तो आपको सारे प्लेटफॉर्म्स पता है कैसे करना है। और info@landmarkimmigration.com इज द ईमेल आईडी। अगर आपको कुछ क्वेरीज है तो आप उस पर जरूर ईमेल कर सकते हैं। थैंक यू सो मच जुड़े रहने के लिए। कल फिर से जुड़ेंगे आपके साथ कुछ नई इंफॉर्मेशन के साथ। थैंक यू सो मच। बाय बाय।